Hello and welcome, I am Arumba, thank you for joining me. We're on episode number 3 of Let's Play, the Conscientious Objector series. So, I don't feel like I cheated. Independence is different. Because you can only do it one time. You know, you can't just independence war your way to world conquest. But, yeah, we're gonna get this, I'm willing to spend 30 gold on that guy. Let's have everyone automatically invited. We can seek the backing of the king, but again, he's not going to want to join. He doesn't want that guy to have the power. What we're actually trying to do here is that this duke, the Duke of Aquitaine, wherever he is, okay, he owns this land here, and he has land that is outside of his de jure duchy. He owns this Duchy of Aquitaine, and he doesn't own any of it. And so we have, since we're directly beneath the king now, we have the ability to faction to say, you know, he's got too much power, let's split up his duchy. And we can try to make the Duchy of Aquitaine be given to somebody else. Not his core duchy, because that's his primary title, but this secondary duchy that he owns, that he has no land in. So, we're going to want to wait until we have plenty of plot power. We don't want to just make it us versus him. There's no guarantee we get the duchy, but if we do, then that'd be pretty nice. All that it does is make that duchy not his. And if we could become a double duke, that would be nice, because we'd end up with a higher domain limit. And actually, now that we're a duke, you know what? We could probably just go ahead and give away one of these counties. I really don't like the idea of doing that, though. Weakens our power. So let's just pay close attention to our liege. We want to know when he loses this war. Yeah, so we haven't taken sides in it. We could fight him, but, you know, we could try to help the liege, but he wouldn't care. Unfortunately, he wouldn't recognize that we've helped him, so I'm a very greedy person in this situation, and I don't want to waste any of my manpower on a war that doesn't benefit me. So let's just go up to speed 4. We actually could be going on hunts and things right now, so why not? Actually, we're done hunting. We're already diligent and ambitious. We can't really get much more out of hunts. But what we do want to do is a feast. So in November, this guy wants to be my new court chaplain. Sure, this guy likes us enough that I think it's fine. So, yep, we'll allow you to be the new court chaplain if you want to go improve religious relations with the Pope, of course. I would love to replace my spy master, but this guy's landed, so I care more about his opinion. Let's just check real quick to see if any of these castles are better upgraded than others. Looks like our primary title is the best upgraded. As Paris continues to fall, I think we'll probably see the surrender soon. Oh, we're in November, so we'll do our feast. All my vassals will be there. Our vassals like us pretty well. You know, one guy who feels like we have a short reign penalty. And of course the domain too big is always going to be there. Sure, let's hire some entertainment. This actually might help us out with the plot as well. We'll spend lavishly. The clergy is not satisfied with collecting a tithe from all free peasants. They demand the right to collect an extra tithe. A tithe is a tenth of the peasant's harvest, or a tenth of the craftsman's production. If the priests were allowed to collect another tithe, it would double the taxes and thus make the peasants protest wildly. Sounds great. More money. More money, fewer problems. I'd love to know what percentage of the way this guy is through his siege. Looks like every single vassal is attending, which is good news. That means we'll get bonus opinion with all of them. So we get diplomacy +5, general opinion +5. Apparently we've never met a more fascinating person. We're making friends with this mayor. People exclaimed in wonder and fear when the fire eaters performed. After their performance was over, many eyebrows and beards were singed, but none of the guests seemed to care when they applauded the fire eaters. An extra general opinion +2 and an extra 2 diplomacy. So the feast there just gave us 7 bonus diplomacy for a short period of time, which is awesome. Which is going to be fantastic when it comes to getting people to join our plot. This guy was willing to, but now he's not. Interesting. He could possibly still be bribed. Looks like he actually likes the Duke a little bit more than he used to. I'm still going to want to hold another feast next year to see if he actually wants to make me Chancellor now. I'm so good at diplomacy. Temporarily, of course. So I'm not likely to keep the position for long, but suddenly I've risen to the top of his list. He is my heir, if I were to die. I'm very concerned about this woman not making babies. I mean, we've been playing for... Oh, it's just 4 years, I guess. I guess we just have to wait. And we've made our new liege like us a little bit better. That's the second time that's happened. Good deal. If you could go ahead and lose your war, Mr. Kingman, I'd appreciate it. We could convert to our liege's culture. Embrace Frankish. Let's take a look at the culture map mode. So Frankish is here. Our lands are over here. But it is being converted to French. To Frankish, excuse me. Well, since our liege is Frankish, you know, I think that the more diplomatic thing to do would be to be Frankish. So we're going to do that. Although, yeah, our own land is Frankish, so we might as well. Our vassals. This guy is German. 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 So because we started the game German, all of our vassals respond as German. So this will actually make our vassals like us less. It'll make our liege like us more. And over time... That's the other thing, is like the plotting that we're doing right now. Like these characters here. You know, he likes me. Oh, he's actually a German too. There's a whole bunch of Germans in France. Interesting. I was under the impression that a lot of these guys were Frankish. Well, I do think that most of his vassals will be Frankish. And, you know, this guy's Frankish. Occitan. Let's do it. We're going to do it. Convert to French. Frankish. We're Frankish now. Now all of our vassals are going to think that we're foreigner. Which sucks. But it is what it is. Our liege likes us more, which is all that really matters. Please lose your war. You're slowing me down. Unfortunately, you can only hold a feast every 2 years, so I think we'll just power through this year. The Magyars have just settled. They didn't get very much land. Bulgaria is still wildly there. My guess is they probably just kept chasing the army around. Alright, our steward has died. If I had to choose between a 9 stewardship character that's unlanded and a 7 stewardship character who is landed, I would take the 7 stewardship character. Because I want him to like me. That allows our personal diplomacy score to improve relations with him. I mean, the difference is just like 0.25% increased taxation per point of stewardship. So you're talking about a 7.5% reduction, which isn't a big deal. I'd rather have the vassal opinion. What are you doing? Don't go to my land. Get out of my land. Spend a little bit of money to become proud? Possibly. I think I'd rather ignore him. Negative 84%. Our liege is about to lose. There we go. Finally our wife is pregnant. Took her long enough. After 5 years of fun between the sheets. I don't understand why we're having issues though. I mean, I have fertility +5. No negatives. She's not chaste. Just kind of random number generator working against us there. Somebody likes me better. Okay, our liege is definitely about to lose. Negative 93%. Interesting that there's these people who are willing to join, but it's not inviting them. We may want to just restart the plot. And it's a daughter that's sickly. Not exactly what I was hoping for. And now I'm ill. We're ill together. I saw her and I said to myself, oh my god, she's hideous. Look at that stuff that's coming out of her mouth. She's puking everywhere. And then I was all better. She is still sickly. We would like you to back our plot to fabricate a claim on the Duchy of Anjou. So the Count of Anjou, who lives here, wants to become the Duke of Anjou. A two-county duchy. It's fairly close to us, but not necessarily right next to us. The risk would be that the Duke of Anjou finds out. And he's my cousin. My cousin. It's not callable to war. Sure, we'll join. Your liege has issued a decree calling for expulsion of all unlanded Jews from the entire realm, citing various grievances committed by them against the crown. Alas, this means my loan cannot be repaid. How sad. It's a good thing we took that loan. Alright. We could have another feast this year. Seems pretty reasonable. And our liege has finally ended his war. So now that he's done that, he's far more likely to join our plot, but he's got this other war that he's dealing with. He's still dealing with the Reconquest. No, it's the Aquitanian Sunni Revolt. Interesting. What now? Some of his lands to the south have revolted. Oh, he's got... Oh, dear. He has rebels who've taken over Minorca. Yeah, so he's not going to want to join our plot while he's got those rebels. Still not a good time, I think, to do this event. Sorry, to do this decision. I'm starting to think that my courtier might fancy me. Heck yeah, let's make a move. We need a bastard, just to make sure the game doesn't end. We don't want to play as a sickly girl. The Pope likes us. I gave her a good tumble. I have a lover now. A lover is essentially the same thing as a concubine. It just causes bastards and makes your wife hate you. But it's something that all good Catholics must do. Oh, almost missed the feast. Let's do the feast. So I'm still his chancellor, even though I only have 11 diplomacy. We'll spend more money on these things, of course. Yes, yes, lots of entertainment. Pope likes us even further. We'll spend lavishly. I hereby invite you. Everyone has attended. Everyone likes me except for this mayor. Female heir, short reign, that kind of thing. Alright, so everyone drank except for some mayor, and everyone had fun. Entertainment was great. Entertaining entertainment. My mission to Paris has so far been a success. We've improved relations with the king for the 3rd time. That's fantastic. Alright, so we've got another count who's willing to join, but for some reason it's not auto-inviting, even though I've got the auto-invite button selected. Wary of foreign interventions. So the Count of Vaines actually is a Breton. I'm almost certain that if our king was not at war, that he would join us. And I'm almost... I remember at one point that this count was willing to join, but for some reason he's not now. Come on, we need to have a son, please. I'm no longer Roth. I need to have a son so that I can start working towards, like improving my stewardship or something. Well, we could try fighting the plot now. I know he's not going to accept when he's got these rebels down here. No point in really trying it. And we have a son. He's a bastard. We fulfilled our ambition. Let's go ahead and legitimize him. It's going to piss off our wife, but I don't want to visit the monastery if it's going to make me a drunk. It causes us even more stewardship problems. We might even become temperate, which would give us some stewardship, but we didn't. Okay, let's work to improve stewardship now. Okay, so we've got a legitimate bastard. So Philippe. Legitimized bastard doesn't even provide any negative traits, I believe. Oh, just 1 diplomacy. Not a big deal. Alright, so we're going to have to wait for the king to somehow deal with this, for the rebels to succeed. I don't know. The problem is that they can't get off the island. I mean, the rebels are at war with, like, literally all of the Carlings, but no one has any boats. So, that's the problem. We have no boats to even contest with it, so... Seems like a state of permanent war, actually. I'm going to take a break here. I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. See you soon.